Welcome to the best of this weekend's chats on Star Sports Cricket Connected. This week I was joined by Irfan, Pathan and 1983 World Cup winning hero Kris Srikkanth to talk the rise of Rohit Sharma and the 2013 ICC Champions Trophy. But where else to start than in 1983 and the anniversary of India's famous win over the Windies at Lord's. Chika, once again, from all cricket fans around the globe, congratulations and thank you for those memories. How did winning the World Cup change your lives? So for you and all the members of that team.
See, honestly speaking, I tell you what, frankly speaking, I think it changed a lot of, not just the cricketers' lives. Yes, it changed a lot of our lives, let's be very honest, the players' lives. But frankly speaking, it changed the attitude of all Indians across the globe. Because, see, what happens is cricket, as you know, is a religion, a country. And when you become a world champion, and the feeling of, proud feeling of walking on the street and saying, we are world champions as Indians, right? That is what is very, very important. That's the most important aspect. As Indians, all of us felt proud. Whether Irfan got motivated or not, I don't know. Sachin obviously said he got motivated by it. So it motivated a lot of people. That's what I believe.
Who were your heroes from that team?
Kapil Paji, no doubt about it. Kapil Paji was absolutely hero for me because he was an all-rounder. He used to lead the side amazingly well. The other memory of Kapil Paji in that World Cup, you know, he kept running backwards and took that brilliant catch, which he made it look very easy, but it wasn't easy because we used to practice at that time. And our coach, Bashir Sheikh, used to make us example of Kapil Paji. He used to say, Kapil has taken that catch like that. You need to run around. Come to me, but you need to run around, go back and take that catch. And we used to find it so difficult. And when we used to watch that video, and we used to think, wow, how did he do that?
Shika, take me through the celebrations when all of you dashed to the balcony or to the dressing room. The few moments there, then when you stepped out onto the balcony, what was spoken, what was felt, what was seen?
We were all just shouting, enjoying. We didn't know what was happening. We didn't know what hit us, honestly speaking. Let me put it that way. But actual celebrations took place in the hotel called Westmoreland. Man, there you should see the Indians assembled in the lobby. Oof, all these Punjabi with all the drums, everything. It was chaos till about, say, 2:33 in the night. That was a real celebration. When you go back to the hotel, it was amazing.
Chika, just quickly taking you back to the knock of 38. And here we see the dasher in some shots that have become stories and tales. Just from your eyes, you know, when you look back at this knock, transport us back into the moment against the mighty West Indies Pacers. What was going into your mind when you played all those shots?
First one shot, outside went for a slash. It took the top edge and went over Clive Lloyd's head for a 4. Then I said, fine, I'm going to play all my shots. Whatever they do. Short ball means pull, hook. Outside off means square drive. Outside off means go for a slash. Anything up means lofted shot. Michael Holding coming full pace for the full run up, hitting him over the top, over between bowler and long up for a 4. I was struggling for the first 5-6 overs. I ended asked Jimmy what to do. Boss, I'm struggling. Do you want to take strike? He said, Chika, why you want to do all this defense and all? Go play a natural game. You just go for the shots now. What's your problem?
Irfan, we now know him as Hitman, but you saw the arrival of just a talented Rohit Sharma. Back in the day, your earliest memories or impressions of Rohit, and did you think that he would go on to become at least one day cricket's greatest opener?
At that time, when I saw him for the first time, around 2006, when we were playing Challenger Trophy in Chennai, at that time I saw him for the first time. I bowled against him as well. And first thing it came to my mind after seeing him that he has a lot of time. He has plenty of time to play fast bowlers. And he was never scared of the short ball. Obviously, coming from Mumbai, playing in the pitches where you have extra bounce there.
You know, his Mumbai captain, Abhishek Nair, had once told us that he got a feeling that Rohit thought that talent would suffice and didn't really believe in putting in those hard yards. In those initial 3-4 years, till 2011 that you mentioned, Irfan, did you also get that feeling? That talent was there, but just maybe that application was missing?
A lot of people do mistake when you see a guy who has a lot of time and he's slightly more relaxed than compared to Rohit. Then you see that, yeah, he needs to work hard. We used to see same things about Wasim Jafar as well. Wasim Jafar, when you look his aura, when he used to run very relaxed. When he used to bat, he had a lot of time as well. And we used to think, why he's not working hard? But he's actually working hard. Similarly with Rohit as well. From outsider, we used to think that he might need to work harder. He might need to put more application. But from inside. Whenever you talk to Rohit Sharma, he used to always talk about sensible things. He used to always talk about working hard. He used to always talk about the team first as well. And that's why you see some of the results he's got as a team, as a captain of Mumbai Indians. So he got the beating of not playing the World Cup, and then he came back really hard with a strong mindset after 2012.
Chika, Irfan, let me start with you, Chika. Where does he stack up in your list of all-time great openers?
I think I would rate him as one of the greatest all-time one-day openers in world cricket. Let me put it that way. But what's the greatest quality in Rohit Sharma is he goes for this big hundreds and double hundreds. That is something amazing. In a one-day cricket match, you go 150, 180, 200. Yes, imagine where you're going to take your team to. That's the greatness about Rohit Sharma. He will definitely probably be the top 3 or 5 all-time great openers as far as one-day cricket is concerned.
Irfan, for you?
Definitely top 3 for sure, because I've seen how Sachin Paji, everyone knows the biggest legend of world cricket, not only in Indian cricket. So Sachin Paji will always be there in top 1. He'll be number 1. But number 2, I think Sehwag has had a big impact as an opener in one-day cricket. So number 2, he will be there. And definitely my third opener, if you talk about top 3, will be Rohit Sharma. And he hasn't finished yet.
Irfan, what memories do you have? I mean, a standout tournament that Rohit had in 2013, first big assignment as an opener. Your memories of Rohit from that tournament?
I remember from the Cardiff game. He started from the Cardiff game. We were playing against South Africa, and the way he handled the fast bowlers. Because if you go to Cardiff, the straighter boundaries are smaller, and the side boundaries are bigger boundaries. So as a batsman, you always think you're going to go play straight and hit those big shots in front. But he just backed himself. I remember hitting a big 6 to one of the fast bowlers of South Africa. On the pull shot, the ball went in the stadium onto those fans. And I was looking from the other side and sitting in the dressing room. I was like, how big that shot was. And it came so easy, so naturally. And that shot struck to me very, very closely.
Irfan, fond memories being part of that squad. We know the stories, what happened on the ground, but tell us stories about the celebrations after the trophy was lifted.
It was Virat Kohli, the young Virat Kohli. Wasn't the captain yet, was going to become a captain, but he didn't have that responsibility of behaving himself, staying back, with the trophy. He just going out and celebrating like, a young kid who just got his, a toffee with the sweet toffee in his mouth. He just kept dancing. And at that time, I remember Chris Gayle did a Gangan style the best. And after Chris Gayle, anyone did the Gangan style, it was Virat Kohli. And that kept going on, not only on the ground, but in the hotel room as well.
You were there in 2007 when it all started. You were there in 2013. How different was MSD as a captain in 2013 in comparison?
Much more calmer. Look, in 2007, it was the first time, and you understand that when you given a big responsibility of leading the country, you always get excited about certain things. Obviously, the meetings were always smaller, even in 2007 and in 2013 Champions Trophy as well. There was no difference in terms of 5 minutes meeting. But the one thing which was really, really changed, obviously that happens with the experience as well. When young Mahendra Singh Dhoni became captain in 2007, he used to run from the wicket-keeping end to the bowler in an excitement, and he needed trying to control the bowler as well. But by the time 2013 came, he was letting the bowler control themselves rather than he controlling them. So he understood that, and he was very calm and in control in 2013 Champions Trophy.
Chika, I mean, obviously he is born with captaincy DNA, in him. But along with India, was it also having led CSK, a high-profile team, over all these years, that all influenced MSD, the captain who he was by 2013?
He had gained a lot of experience, and especially when you lead an IPL team like CSK, there's tremendous pressure, understand that. And when you're leading your country in a World Cup in 2011 and winning the World Cup, imagine kind of pressure you have when you're playing a World Cup in India in front of your home crowd and winning it. So obviously he's got used to those pressure situations. And as Irfan said very rightly, over a period of time, I think he's become very calmer, and he realized what to do, what not to do. I think he is one guy who keeps things very simple. The greatest quality in Mahendra Singh Dhoni is he keeps things very simple.
And Jatin, the one more thing to add here, that when Mahendra Singh Dhoni became the captain for the first time, And then obviously talking about 2013 Champions Trophy, he gained the experience in between of trusting his slow bowlers. He used to always trust his slow bowlers. He used to always trust his spinners. And I think by the time Champions Trophy came, he was very clear that in a crucial moment of the time, he need to get his spinner into play to win the games.